back to the Turning Stone Classic 31. We are coming to you live from the Turning Stone Casino and Resort in Verona, New York. I'm upstate Al of AZB-TV, and we have a match. The semifinals, Jayson Shore versus Jeremy Sossei coming up in a race to 9. Keep in mind, the finals is a single race to 13. Jeremy Sossei has a second place finish here to Johnny Archer and numerous money spots through the years. I don't have the records in front of me. Jayson Shore has 5 Turning Stone titles and looking for number 6. Jeremy Sossei is due. We wish both players the best of luck. We want to thank azbilliards.com, the world's largest pool and billiards website. Of course, Aramith Balls and Simonis Cloth. The best equipment you could use in the world right there on your screen. Quick Slick, billiardengineering.com. It's the smallest tool you can put in the little pocket of your cue case. It's made by billiardengineering.com. It's a shaft maintenance system, and it's a great item. Another great sponsor on board. And we'll show some videos. Mr. Thomas Grimaldi out here in Long Island, New York, 4 generations. They definitely got all their T's crossed and their I's dotted. They build custom game rooms in your household, or if you're going to open up a commercial establishment, Thomas Grimaldi and family can handle it. They sales of pool tables and service. I suggest you go to Facebook and search out Thomas Grimaldi and see a lot of the finished work that they have done, or give them a call or visit the website. Thank you, Thomas Grimaldi and family. Mike Burton, MBQs. He's got an array of, he's an official dealer for Josh Q's, and he has a booth here. In fact, he's still open. He's got numerous cues from the latest all the way until some of the oldest. And if there's a cue that you were comfortable with and you're looking for one and you can't find it, I would definitely check out mbqs.com. Mike Burton, shoot him an email, and I'm pretty sure he can help you out. Light-systems.com. This is the lighting that's taking the world by storm. It's lite-systems.com. It's a very thin light. They call it the Fin. It's been installed in numerous pool rooms throughout the East Coast and across to the West Coast now. Not only that, they're going worldwide. They just got back from Japan. They did, I think, 1 or 2 pool rooms out there. And I believe there's a contract for China. Whether you are going to open a brand new pool room or you want to retrofit your older pool room and put the lighting like this in, it's sort of like knocking down a main wall and, you know, combining your kitchen with your dining room area. I mean, it just opens your room. It's really something to see. Check out Mr. Fong, lite-systems.com. Mr. Greg Antonakis and family right here on your screen. Stand-up gentleman, pleasure to deal with, and a good friend. His motto is, of course, American Cue Pickers, get your Southwest from the best. Go to Facebook, search out Greg Antonakis if you're in the market for a Southwest. Also, he's informed me that he does have other cues to fit your budget. So send him an email or talk to him on Facebook. And take a look at the responses from hundreds and hundreds of people that he deals with. It's just like stand-up gentleman. Item is what it is. Rapid shipping, well-packed, well-boxed. Greg Antonakis right there on your screen. The Kings of Vapor for all your vaping needs. They're across the Eastern Seaboard. Chad Bowling and Stephanie and Rick and everybody out there in Ohio. We miss you guys out there in Akron. If you're in the market and you are into vaping, this is the #1 company that sponsors pool players and UFC fighters. It's thekingsofvapor.com. Billiard product reviews. Honest, unbiased reviews of all things billiards to inform and educate. Basically, Steve Sherman and his crew, what they do, this is a nonprofit organization. They purchase billiard items and they put them through rigorous tests to see how they stand up to the players' needs. These guys are nonprofit. You can go right over to billiardproductreviews.com, and there's a lot of information right on there. And they're really spending a lot of money on products, trust me when I tell you. So go over there and read some of their reviews. BaltimoreCityCues.com. These guys here, they bring anything from tips to tables to your location. So if you're holding a big event in a hotel or a convention center or wherever it might be, these guys will supply all your spectators and all your players with the products that you need. It's BaltimoreCityCues.com. JB Cases, John Barton, Karen Barton. Can I say any more? JB Cases, if you're not familiar with JB Cases and you're an upcoming player and you got to protect that beautiful cue, search out jbcases.com. And we're going to hear from John Bertone in just a little while. Lights Out Billiards Apparel, Jake Lawson. It's really hard to emphasize what this gentleman is doing behind the scenes to come up with some custom designing for billiards apparel. This guy here, he might be a designer. I don't know. I don't really get ask the questions such as a news reporter say, hey, what do you do for a living? Where did you come from? And I don't get into that, but I can tell you one thing. He's a hell of a nice guy. Lights Out Billiards Apparel, Jake Lawson. Tell him we sent you. You get 15% off until the Turning Stone Casino ends, and you get free shipping within the continental USA. Kamui Tips, KamuiTips.com. The Roku chalk is the hottest chalk. We know that. And they're shipping them out as fast as they can. They got backed up a little bit for the holidays, but right now you can purchase yours by simply going to KamuiTips.com and tell John Bertone we sent you. Another gentleman, Josh Hughes. That's Mike Zuglin's main sponsor on board is Josh Hughes, of course. You know, there's an app that I told you about, guys, when I first met this gentleman, Matt, and I knew it was going to go worldwide. I knew it was going to get better just from meeting him for the first time and getting kind of inquisitive and having a conversation. He's really another gentleman, Jim, of the industry. He puts it out there. He puts a lot of time into coding the app. It's free. It's free to download for your Android or your iOS device at the store, the App Store, or is it called iTunes Store or App Store? It's got a pool room locator, so if you live in, let's say, North Carolina, and you travel to Florida, and you don't know where a pool room is, it will turn the app on, and it'll tell you the closest pool room to your area, tell you what kind of equipment's in it, tell you who's the usual suspects that hang out there. All the information that they gather, they put on this app. It's chalky sticks. It's got an overview camera view of a pool table, so you can set up a shot that you had difficulty with and talk it over with Shane Van Boning on Facebook or AZ Billiards. Talk it over with the pros or talk it over with your peers. And not only that, you can shoot the shot and what kind of English you had on it. It's an all-new additive. They're not only in the United States, they are now going worldwide. So if you're in Italy, in a certain location, you're in Rome or wherever you might be, turn the location on. It'll tell you where the pool room is next to you. And it's got a 24-hour, 7 days a week, 365 days a year pool and billiards channel. It's chalkysticks.com, free. How'd you like it? For free. Can you imagine? the developer of that app, sitting behind the scenes, coding this app. And there he is in the chat. He says 50 plus more in Germany. You know, it's just growing and growing. Several hundred more in Canada. They keep growing. Folks, this is the level you got to get in. It's free to download. Suat, he's a real estate management company in the greater Boston area, and he makes investing and makes serious money. I met him when I was up there doing a 3-cushion billiard tournament at Mason Suni's room, Mason Billiards. And he got on board with us. He said, Al, he says, you know, I've been waiting to talk to you. He says, I watch your streams all the time. I want to be a sponsor to help you out. And it was just one of those things where it's just so comfortable, this gentleman to talk to. His name of his company is after his son and daughter, Adu Emma Real Estate. He's an avid 3-cushion billiard player, and he knows how to make some serious money. You can give him a call at that number and make some serious cash with Suat. There you see it. And Kamui is a little, like some of these commercials are loud, and I understand that, and I try to adjust it prior, but it's so hard to keep up with all the volumes. But here's Kamui. Quest for excellence starts with Kamui. We're going to get over to Lights Out Billiards Apparel right now. Shop lightsoutbilliards.com. JB Cases.
The question is do we ever step back and, like, you know, look at what we've done and wonder, you know, why we're here, kind of pinch ourselves, and my answer to that is yeah, every day pretty much. I mean, I look at her, we talk about that all the time, like we can't believe we're here. We truly feel lucky, you know. I mean, if anybody asked me what's the secret to this business, to us in this business, beyond the quality of the product, it's the relationships that we forge with our customers, with the people who enable us to be here. You know, it's the people who come back and buy 2 or 3 or 4 cases, and the people who bring their friends. They trust us enough to vouch for us for their friends, and that is just amazing to us. You know, we look around and we're like, how lucky can we be?
At JB Cases, we care about your cues by putting layers of padded protection around them, and then build as much case as you want around that protection. Visit us at jbcases.com and design your case today.
JB Cases. Light-systems.com. LITE-systems.com. Quick Slick.
Quick Slick Shaft Maintenance System. Billiard Engineering provides 9-micron rated films of 3 different grits. They're specifically selected to progressively put that glassy smooth feel on the shaft and keep it there. We also provide a patented burnishing block to ensure the pressure of each film is evenly distributed around the entire shaft. The results are incredible. Quick Slick Shaft Maintenance System. At the following locations: Pool Dog, Amazon, BilliardEngineering.com.
Go over to billiardengineering.com and purchase your Quick Slick right there. How about AccuStats, folks? They're going down to Derby City Classic. It's the early bird special. It's a 9-day tournament. You're going to see everything that takes place in the AccuStats arena down at Derby City. The early bird special is right there, and it's only available until January 23rd. It's $78.95. AccuStats, ACCU-stats, STATS.com. Get it while you can. We're ready to get our match underway. We're just waiting for Mike Zuglin now, as we're going to watch Jeremy Sossei and Jayson Shore in the semifinals in a race to 9. The finals will be a single race to 13, just to bring you up to date. Maybe we'll get Dave Simpress to sit in. I don't know. He's shaking his head no. All right, I guess we won't. But we'll have guest commentators for this one, rest assured. I want to say, before Mike Zuglin starts his announcements here, I want to say thank you to Robert Miller. Thank you, Robert Miller, for your donation and support. We do appreciate it. I also want to say thank you to Semi Koshanan. Thank you, Semi. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. I have a lot of trouble with last names. And Thomas Hella, thank you, guys and ladies. I appreciate it so much. It's really helping, believe me when I tell you. Let's listen in and see if we can hear some Mike Zuglin.
Here at Turning Stone, he's a current U.S. Open 9-ball champ, and he was on the Moscone Cup for Team Europe 3 times already. Plus, he's got a plethora of wins.
This is.
And to his credit, he's also 2016 Kuwait 9-ball World Open champ, Jayson Shaw, right there. And his opponent, he's one of our regular players on the Jazz Northeast 9-ball tour. Sossei. We got some pretty good players on our tour. And he's been our tour point champion many, many times. He's also won a bunch of our tournaments in the past few years. And he's always a gentleman, always a pleasure to see him come around and watch him play. Welcome, Jeremy Sossei. All right. Good luck, guys. Have a great match. And please, everyone, remember to turn the ringers off on your cell phones. And it can be very distracting.
Okay, here we go. Just in case you're not familiar with the players, Jayson Shore is on your left and Jeremy Sossei on your right. It's a race to 9. The loser will be eliminated into 3rd place. This is going to be close. And Jayson says, Jeremy, you got it. So we'll watch Jeremy Sossei break them off first. We'll bring up the scoreboard. It'll be at the bottom left-hand corner. And between racks, we tend to bring it up so that all the viewers at home can see it that have eye problems or maybe wear reading glasses. Makes it a little bit easier to see. I want to say thank you to I don't know if I mentioned Robert Miller, Semi. Oh, I did mention this, but I'll do it again. Semi Kohoeshinen. I guess it sounds like a Finnish name. Thank you for your support and your donation. And Thomas Hella, thank you. Upstate's a little under the gun here, and Semi, that's the gentleman right there. Well, young lady, I'm sorry if it's your young lady and I said gentleman. Semi. Thank you, Semi. Appreciate it. From Finland, yes. I noticed a lot of the names that come out of Finland kind of end with the last name like N-E-N, you know. So that's why I just took a guess. Mike Badstubena. Shane Van Boning won the hot seat. 7 o'clock is the finals, so the winner of this will face the South Dakota kid, Shane Van Boning.
Okay, and I've been asked to let you know that if you're interested in any jazz cues or any of the clothing up there in the jazz cues display, you should see him soon because he's going to be packing up as well. So the jazz cues, last call for the jazz cues display.
Jayson and Jeremy just discussing with each other that we're racking them a little bit higher so that they can freeze everything, and Jeremy says, okay, I'll do the same thing. And that's what that conversation was all about. I kind of heard it on one of my microphones. 1 ball in the side pocket, 2 ball disappears into the opposite side pocket. The 3 ball has clear vision with the cue ball, and I would have to imagine that Jeremy would. Now this is tough. If you back cut it, you got to kill the speed of the cue ball, but I think that's the way he's going to go. He's going to back cut this into the upper left-hand corner, as you could see right there. And we'll take a little close-up look at that right now. And Jeremy kind of fools us. He gets up, and that's his tempo. He's not going to shoot that shot until he's perfectly comfortable. And you might see him do that a couple of times. And so we'll keep it right here. You see Jayson Shore in the back, stiff as a statue. Probably in his mind is saying, please let him miss this. But Jeremy, I got tongue-tied right there. I thought that was going to drop, and then all of a sudden it was going to hang, and then it was going to drop, and it sat there. And so did Jayson Shore as Jeremy Sossei's approaching the 4 ball. Wow, that was a cliffhanger. Let's see if the 5 ball, we'll take a look at another camera angle just if we can. Let's go, instead of 2, we'll go over another camera, we'll go into camera 4. And from this angle, it doesn't appear that the 5 ball will go past the 7. So you might see Jeremy Sossei go around the 9 to get between the 7 and the 5 and play the 5-9 combination. Oh, he killed the rock. It must go then. Boy, he killed that with a lot of inside English. Thank you, Donald Mark. Appreciate the kind words. I guess it goes unless he's lined up for the combo. Oh, it went. And he's got the low angle on the 7 ball to go back up table for the 8. For you up-and-coming players, this is like a natural angle. Notice the cue ball, how it spins up table for that 8 ball. I know there's a lot of youngsters watching with their families and that are into pool, and I see a lot of families support the younger generation going to the Super Billiards Expo while bringing them to tournaments. And this is a classy way to watch pool right here at the Turning Stone. And if you can make it in August, believe me, these players, these professional players are approachable. They have posters, free posters the Turning Stone gives everybody, and you can have all their signatures, and they sign cue balls, they take pictures. I think it's the only sport that you can approach a player. As Jeremy Sossei says, let me approach my beads and put up one. In other words, you try to approach a baseball player or a football player, it's like you can't get there, or a hockey player. Well, you know, when you're up close and personal with these players, they're sitting right next to you. They're sitting right in the seats with you, and they're approachable and, like I said, friendly like you can never imagine. They really support the younger generation also. I remember Jayson Shore getting cue sticks for Sam Smith when Sam was an youngster. He's still a youngster. He's still a youngster, maybe 2 years older than when we first met. Jayson jumped right on board, and all the players do the same thing. All right, Jeremy Sossei set the break. Pool brought to you in a positive way. Watch the 4 ball jam the pocket. Jeremy amped it up a little bit, and we're going to see Jayson Shore as Jeremy Sossei didn't pocket a ball. So we got the 1-2 punch from the very beginning, way up top. Oh, Jayson played the carom instead. You can see the 3 ball at the bottom left-hand corner of this table here. The 4 ball wound up in an area there where it doesn't go in the corner, so you're going to watch Jayson probably play this 4 ball in the side pocket. The angle that he's got on the 3, let's see, yeah, he's got the angle. He can go back and play the 4 ball in the side pocket, and that's where he went. A little bit higher, but he got there. Oh, he actually got there good. He can float right down for the 5 ball. He got there perfect. And this is kind of scary if you're Jayson's opponent and sitting in a chair. This gets kind of scary because you know Jayson, when he starts punching different gears and getting in that zone, that the next thing you know, it could be way over 4 racks or so when you're sitting in that seat. And the next thing you know, you get up there and a shot's available for you. Jayson sure 2-0. Good shooting. Good shooting. Okay, we'll take the score down here. I believe in the finals we'll have Mike Howerton actually come down. And tradition is Mike Howerton and Jerry Forsythe usually do the finals when both are on premises. But I'm pretty sure we'll have Mike Howerton. If not, then we'll just go right ahead with the finals. So would like to have Mike. Oh, I just got a message talking about Mike. I got a message saying that score is 1-1. I'm getting 2 messages now. Okay, Upstate stepped out of line. I'm actually operating the battleship on my own right now. So, apologize. 1-1. Thank you, Mr. Mike Howerton. And somebody else just said the same thing. Somebody else sent me a text message. Yes, I got that from Jimmy. Leslie Murphy, all too slow. Thanks, guys. Keep me on my toes. Usually it's Tippy that catches me. You know what it is? I get into the conversation talking about the pool. It's 1-1 out. Thanks, Frankie. Jayson Shore now at the 2-ball. There is a window for the 3-ball. He's got to be real careful that he doesn't overdraw this or go to the rail and come up and then have the 9 come into effect. And he didn't. He shot it just perfect, and you wouldn't expect anything else, right? You are talking about eagle eye here. And he shoots it so fast that we can't switch cameras quick enough. Jayson Shore now on the 4-ball. The 5-ball probably going to the other right-hand corner. And then it just looks like a road map from here. It just looks so easy. Jayson makes it look easy. Jeremy, all the players, basically every player that played in here made it look so easy. It's a great game. Jayson Shore about to make it 2-1. And he does. The finals will be a single race to 13. In case you're wondering, it's not a true double elimination. It's just a single race to 13. And I just got informed from Mike Houghton that he will be down here for the finals. I kind of like that. It's kind of tradition. You know, AZ Billiards doing so much here at the Turning Stone and behind the scenes to help the pool world. It's sometimes people don't realize it. You know, they say, well, you know, AZ Billiards, they get, you know, kind of drama and negative posts. Let me tell you, there's a lot of positive things that they do, outweighs all of that. Jayson Shore jams the pocket also. The one ball creeping up table, not going to find the pocket, and he comes up dry. Jeremy said he's going to rack him just like Jayson, and that's what he did, and the outcome is the same. Jamming the wing ball and coming up dry. So the one ball way up corner in the right-hand side, and the two ball beside the 8 ball in the bottom left-hand corner. If I had to take a guess at this, it looks like an easy rack, right? But notice the rotation of the numbers, how they're quite separated from each other. Where the 3 and the 4, and then the 5 and the 6, you know, up table, down table. And then once you approach the 7, you know, you get the 7, 8, 9 down below. So there's some work to do here. Does he just draw this back? He's straight enough, I think, where he can just draw it back. Just don't bump the 9 and cause any interference. I don't think he'll touch the 9 at all, but you don't want to touch it. Now, I'm not sure how many Turning Stone wins Shane has. I don't know. I think he might have 5 wins and Jayson have 5 wins. Let's say if Jayson and Shane go at it, it's going to be a fight to the finish for the 6th win. Ed Culhane is on his way back with Pat Fleming, and he sent me a message. He says, Al, I think you should announce it. Ed Kelly passed away at 80 years old. He's an old friend of Pat's and Danny DiLiberto. And he says, Al, maybe you should mention it on the air. So anybody, I just want to put it out there that Ed Kelly, rest in peace, passed away at 80 years old. I asked permission before doing that. 4-ball with the cue ball sliding to the rail just below the side pocket and back out maybe. Oh, he nudged the 9. I think he wanted to run into the 7 ball, is what he was trying to do. Run into the 7 square and stopping the cue ball there. Jayson Shore actually fading a little bit of a tempo game. Jeremy Sossei a little more deliberate than Jayson. Jason's used to pumping that high gear. And Jeremy is not a slow player by means. It's just that he's in a difficult position right now that he's faced with on this 5 ball. You know, he's on the rail. He can bank it, but the cue ball is going to, you know, get out of control. So he's just surmising where the cue ball is going to wind up, and that's what he's looking at because he's got a follow on it. Watch the cue ball here. Oh, he's just trying to play a safety. He's ducking behind the 7. Did he get there? No, he didn't. And Jayson, they call him Eagle Eye because he shines at these shots. He fires long-distance shots, and sort of like what Mika does. Something about European, and I'm not favoring one over the other, but I noticed with Jayson and Mika, they really fire these long shots in. He better fire this one to get position on the 6, that's for sure. He did. Did he get low enough? He did. And Keith, David, absolutely correct. If you're not comfortable with, ooh, Jayson Shore missed that 6 ball. He got a little funny on it and wound up missing that. And Jeremy Sossei, he could bank this, but notice the 7. The 7 does not go by the 8 ball, but you could play the combination. So if he elects to bank this 6 ball and stick the cue ball there, he will have the combination. And I think that's what he might attempt to do. He's taking a look at it now. Oh, shows great discipline by not attempting that shot, by trying to give himself another chance at getting to the table instead of banking at the 6. Boy, this looks funny. I think Jayson has the ball to make the shot. Enough of the 6 ball to make the shot. If not, he'll definitely play a safe and get that cue ball. I got confirmation from Mike that he does have enough of the cue ball and the 6 ball to make it. Man, how'd he hit that? Under the gun. Very little room. Mike Renshaw is like a backseat driver if you go in your car. He's sitting next to me. He won't put a headset on. He's very knowledgeable, and he refuses to put a headset on because I told him if you say anything above 10 words, we got to put you in the union. Jayson Shore here looking to expand his lead by 2, and he does. It's 3-1, Jayson Shore. I'm in the back talking to Mike Renshaw, who actually is the tournament director, right-hand man, who actually you saw numerous times putting up the names for the tables and doing the chart. And I also want to say thank you to Steve for sending you a donation. Thank you, Steve, so much. Appreciate it. We're trying to do the best we can. We hope everybody's out there enjoying this live stream. Remember, the South Dakota kid, Shane Van Boning, is in the hot seat, waiting the winner of this match. So it's going to be back-to-back fire. Shane Van Boning is left. Somebody wanted to ask Mike Renshaw a question. The chat is moving by so fast. Mike did not attend the Evelyn Woods speed reading course. He's a little slow. That's an inside joke, folks. We actually get along real well. I'm not making fun of anybody. Well, Mike Renshaw, yeah, I will make fun of. To the break, Jayson Shaw leads 3-1. This time the wing and the one ball go and the cue ball. Ball in hand for Jeremy Sossei. Wow. You know, Darren Appleton said something to me about 2 years ago. And just to mention Darren Appleton's name, I'll get back to that. But we're going down to Steinway right after this. We're going to bring you the World Pool Series. So we'll keep you guys abreast on social media, what's going on down there. But Darren Appleton, because I'm going to use that break from Jayson's as an example. Darren Appleton said to me one time, he said, Al, this is the one game you could play perfect and get punished. And that's what he meant. You know, you could be playing perfect pool, and then all of a sudden break and the cue ball get kicked and you scratch. And that's playing perfect pool and getting punished. And it kind of dawned on me after he said it, you know, after all the years of doing this, it's like, wait, what did Darren just say? And then I said, Darren, what do you mean? He said, well, you can break and then get kicked in the hole. The cue ball can get kicked in. And ever since he said that, it comes to light every time I see that happen. Jeremy, basically, he's got such a roadmap right here. I have no doubt we're going to see a 3-2 ball game here. Jeremy Sossei is due. I think Shane won it 5 times here, and Jayson won it 5 times here. Jeremy is due. He's got a second-place finish and numerous others who really wants this title. We got 3 players left ready to put the gloves on, folks. I'll tell you, this is going to be tough matches. I mean, this one and the next one, I expect tough matches. I expect to see a lot of safeties when you can't get out. We're going to see a lot. We're going to see some fantastic shots. We already have the Simona shot of the tournament. All I got to do is edit the video. You know, we've seen some really great shots. The giant killer, Jeremy Sossei, puts up another bead, 3-2 now. Early bird special, Derby City Classic, 9 days of pool. AccuStats will be bringing it to you. You can go to AccuStats.com and get that early bird special before it disappears, January 23rd. Folks, just to let you know, as you're watching the graphics, nothing's going on there. Actually, Jayson is still racking. I wouldn't keep you in the dark. Trust me. There it is. I'd like to take a quick break just for a second. So I'm gonna give the headset to Mike Renshaw. He'll keep my son company. I gotta just run just real quick, okay? Mike Renshaw, you gotta do is watch that monitor right there and call it like you see it. You're very knowledgeable. You're always hanging out at Brick House Billiards. You think I don't know where you are? Anybody could find you.
And it's done. How you feeling, Mike?
Oh, just marvelous.
4-ball drop. 2 balls down on the break. Upstate Al had to excuse himself. He had to go to the restroom. Mike, what do you see here with the 1 ball?
I'm not going to answer you probably.
Mark Lamberti from back home.
Back in action. Hey, Mark Lamberti, how are you? Mr. J. Helford. Aaron McManus. Jeremy Sossei on the 7. Jeremy looking to draw maybe to the right side of this 9 and then back up. Yeah. Here comes the Giant Killer, getting ready to tie this ball game up. Boom. Jeremy Sossei ties it up at 3-3. This is the action I believe we're going to see not only in the semifinals, but in the finals also. And keep in mind, these players have been playing for the last 3 days. The good thing about playing at the Turning Stone is they have a time slot. So Mike Sughlin says, hey, you're going to play at 10 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is our last match. So what happens is, you know, and you're in the hotel. You go up to the room, take a nap, or just go to the spa and work out, or practice like Shane does. You know, Shane, there's really no practice tables here, but I'm sure Shane will find one. Al, you took the scoreboard down. There's my man, Tippy. See, that's the guy I need. Sorry about that, 3-3. When Upstate starts to get a... out of line, Tippy sets me straight. Can you put the scoreboard back on the screen? Yeah, sorry. I'm getting text messages and everything. Here you go, guys. 3-3. I'm human. I make mistakes. One, probably in the last 3 years. Notice the 2 ball here. Not sure if Jeremy's going to elect to go around the 6 ball, like 3 rails and come back up, or try to just float it down for the side pocket. He's going for the side pocket. And from here, it doesn't appear that he does have the 2 ball. And by his body language tells me that he doesn't have enough of the 2 ball to pocket it. So he's got a safety. I mean, he can roll up there and, you know, bank the 2, let's say, not that hard, and just send the cue ball possibly behind the 7. Whoa, wait a minute. Maybe he does have the shot. He might be bank. If he goes for the bank, he's got to watch the cue ball's going to be hot, and the 4 ball's right there. You know what he's thinking? He's thinking about spinning the cue ball, but that 5 ball is so far away from the cue ball that he's got to be real careful that cue ball doesn't just nip that 5 going in. That's what he was looking at. I don't know from the camera angle if he can. He might be trying to bank it now, or spin it right into that side pocket. Now these side pockets are hard to make a ball if you don't hit it right. That's what he did. He spun the cue ball. A very nice shot. Boy, what a tough crowd. I don't think the crowd understands how tough that shot was to compensate the spin. But it's all good. I mean, we do have the crowd. Everybody's down this side. Of course, it's the only match going on. So they're off to your right and left sides of this view that you're watching. Not as straight as he would love to be, but workable. He's going to spin it out of the bottom left-hand corner. Oh, he went right to the rail. Nice shot. Very nice. And again, he got a little funny here. He might have to play this up in his corner, you know, instead of the side pocket, and so he can just roll up on the 7 just a little bit. I would have thought he would play it for the side and then just float down for the 7. But to each his own, you know, it's your comfort zone, what you're used to, or it's plan B. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. He missed it. Wow. That, I'm sorry, Mike, what'd you say? What'd you say, Mike? Oh, you're on 2? Is that you?
Yeah.
That was a big shot right there, right?
Huge miss. Huge.
3-3, and you let this beast back out of his chair. And I call him a beast for a good reason. There's not many people that can compete with Jayson Shaw. Of course, Jeremy Sossei is one of them that can. But letting Jayson have command of the table again could be detrimental at this point. 4-3. Mike Renshaw is actually sitting in the booth with myself. This is the gentleman that practically ran the tournament with Mike Zuglin all week long. Thank you, Mike, for sitting in.
No problem, Al.
He's trying to be real, real human right now.
Quiet.
I want him to be himself. Yeah.
I can't do that. Not on the air.
Well, yeah, we don't.
FCC does have regulations, you know.
Yeah, so does the NYPD. That's the New York Pool Detectives. Mike Renshaw is a great guy. He's a great guy. If you come up in August, make sure you say hello to him. You'll definitely meet him for sure.
Don't have a donut around me, though.
And don't have a donut around Mike Renshaw. Let me tell you a little story about that.
You
know,
don't have to do that.
Okay, that's an inside joke. You'll hear it if you come to the Turning Stone.
You might even see it.
You know, you're not going to see it. I'm not taking that chance again. Junior Sanchez. What's up, June? Haven't seen you in a long time. Neil is the chief of the NYPD. That's an inside joke. I don't think you know Neil Star. I don't want to say his last name. All right, we'll let it out of the bag. No, I'm not going to say his last name. Neil is known as the pool detective down in the city. So that was an inside joke from TJ. Al, what kind of salads do you want from my store? LOL. I stopped by Stingray at some point. Erin McManus has her family is in the seafood business, and I thought she was joking me. You know, I think it was last year or 2 years ago. She says, "What kind of salad do you like?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Do you like lobster salad or halibut salad?" I said, "Well, I like them both." And next thing I know, I don't know, about an hour later, in she walks with a shopping bag, and she had like salads for a few people. And I'm not talking about with lettuce and tomato. This was all lobster. You know, special salad that her family and herself make at their store. And it was every time I see her, and she said to me last time, "I'm going to bring you some." I was salivating all day long. Anyway, getting back to Neil, he's a pool detective, and I don't know, I spit that at the end of my tongue just one time. I said, "You're the NYPD," and I initialized it as the New York pool detective. Least I can do for you guys with all you guys do. Thanks, Aaron. Well, you know what? We're going to run a quick ad here for Chalky Sticks. ChalkySticks.com, the best app in the world. Well, I'll tell you what, Mike Corelli says enough of the pool racks. I'll tell you what, Mike Zuglin's only going to take so much. He'll be looking down here, and if he starts seeing a lot of this back and forth and the players finagling with the rack, it might be because of the spot has to be replaced. What do you think, Mike Renshaw? You were out there.
Could be. I clean the table down pretty good.
Right.
But,
But Mike Renshaw doesn't get involved unless he is instructed to. But if Mike Zuglin sees enough of this down here, he will come down, and he'll talk to the players and he'll say, look, get up there and rack the balls, and let's break them. I was here one time when Mike Zuglin put a referee in there, and the players weren't allowed to ask for a re-rack. They just could look at the rack, and that was it. Here we go. It's good enough. Watch the fall ball in the bottom right-hand corner. Perfect. And the cue ball, again, Jayson breaks and gets kicked into the corner pocket with the cue ball. And this match has the ingredients on it so far, going seesawing. Back and forth, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, and now possible 4-4. At this rate here, we're looking at a double cheeseburger, hill-hill match. And I love it. I know the players don't like it, but I love it. And as a viewer, I love it even more when I'm sitting back watching this match. You know, when you get to this stage, Mike, where you're in the semifinals, I guess you do get a little deliberate. Jeremy Sossei is a pretty fair player. He used to be more deliberate back in the day. And right now, he's come a long way with his game.
Definitely.
Long, long way.
definitely. I can remember him down in Philly. His game's really, really improved.
Yeah. Here, you might see him go 3 rails under the 9, possibly. He could draw it back out or go 3 rails around the 9, go natural instead of forcing the object ball into the pocket. Clean, never touched the rail. And Jeremy will play this 9 ball probably in the same pocket as the 8 in the bottom left-hand corner, but he can play it in either or. Just, you got to know your speed when you're going back and forth here. You don't want to wind up on the 50-yard line. I know Phil Capel wants to kill me right now. So he chose the opposite corner. Notice the closed bridge, how tight that is. His finger almost looks like it's ready to pop, just like the 9 ball did. Jeremy Sossei now ties this up at 4 apiece. Jayson throws him up there. And Jeremy take a break? Yes, he did. And Jeremy took a break. You want to know something? We're going to run the X1 commercial, by Simonis.
Dust removal tool. In order to keep billiard cloth playing like new, it needs efficient cleaning. With that in mind, Simonis devised and developed a totally innovative accessory, the Simonis X1. Now, you don't need a brush that pushes chalk dust around the table or into the weave, or a vacuum that can stretch and damage cloth if used improperly. The Simonis X1 quickly and quietly extracts chalk dust from the cloth and retains chalk particles in its revolutionary high-tech structure. How? The Simonis X1 works using static electricity and capillary action. Apply light pressure and use a rapid back and forth motion instead of the exaggerated pressure which is needed with a brush. The X1 gets the job done quickly, quietly, and efficiently. After cleaning the table and cushions, you can use the Simonis X1 to delicately brush the playing surface in parallel lines in order to give the cloth a well-kept and groomed appearance. The high-tech textile structure of the Simonis X1 possesses a high absorption capacity and can easily retain the dust of half a cube of chalk. That's a lot of chalk. Cleaning the Simonis X1 is easy. You can release the dust absorbed by the high-tech textile structure to restore its initial effectiveness. To do this, you can vacuum the face of the Simonis X1 or simply beat or slap the underside of the Simonis X1 with your hand to release the dust. It's as simple as that. Thank you. We hope you enjoy the revolutionary new Simonis X1.
And here he comes, Jeremy Sossei walking down the aisle. And the score remains 4-4. And he's going to be breaking. And we're going to turn Mike Renshaw even up higher. There we go.
What are you turning me up higher for?
Well, you know what I did was I lowered it for the commercials.
Okay.
So the people at home would hear it a little bit lower. But in turn, I lowered our audio also.
So you're saying this is not your first rodeo?
Yeah, this is not my first rodeo. It means I try to time the commercials out. You know, as you could see, Jeremy was just coming back, and that commercial was just finishing. Here we go to the break. Watch the 2-ball that happens to be on the right wing side this time, and the 1-ball towards the left side pocket. Bottom right, left side pocket. Wow, the 2 went in the hole so fast that you couldn't see it. The 6 fell into the side pocket, and the 1-ball's all dressed up saying, "Take me out for dinner." Look at this. How would you like to start from every rack right from here?
I think even you could get out.
I doubt it.
Maybe not.
Only if the cue stick had fresh batteries in it. Might be able to do it.
Like Dr. Q's one with the trigger on it.
Well, Curtis Branker, it's funny you say that. Turning Stone seems far away. I live up in this area. I'm originally from New York, down in the city. And I kind of do it every week, if not every 2 weeks. Probably sometimes 2 times. I understand it. It's a haul. But, you know, August is a great event to come. And believe me, the rooms rates that you get, it's $120 a night. You get 2 people in your room. I mean, that's $60 a night to stay in a beautiful room here. It's not expensive. Of course, you get the player's rate, you know, when you're playing in the event. But I understand what you're saying as far as a ride. I do it quite often. In fact, as soon as I leave here, I'm heading down to New York City to Steinway Billiards. So wow, that's the
same corner.
Same corner pocket. Jeremy Sossei misses the 5-ball.
Looked like you rushed that one a little bit, Al.
I don't know. What's the deal with that? And Jayson bounced out of his seat like a moth to a flame. And he's got his jacket on, and he was shooting with the one of his sponsors, the Ultimate Team Gear shirt that has Jayson Shaw, has Shaw written on the bag. And now he put his jacket on, so sitting in that seat there does cool you off. All right, we're looking Jayson Shaw to pocket this 9-ball. And take the lead when it should have been Jeremy's lead after that beautiful break.
That corner's cost them 2 games, if not more.
Well, that's the rule in 9-ball, yeah. If you make a mistake, it could cost you the 2 games. I want to thank David Johnson for your donation and support. I also want to thank, Mike Salerno. Mikey Salerno, my ace. Thanks, Mikey. Appreciate it, guys. I appreciate everybody. And now Jayson took his break. Is that what it is? Or is there a meeting with Mike Zuglin?
Nah, Mike's sitting down up front.
Jayson took his break. All right, so with that, we're going to run JB Cases. John Barton and Karen standing by in the backstage behind us. Listen in, guys.
The question is do we ever step back and look at what we've done and wonder, why we're here, kind of pinch ourselves and my answer to that is yeah, every day pretty much. I mean, I look at her, we talk about that all the time, like we can't believe we're here. We truly feel lucky. I mean, if anybody asked me what's the secret to this business, to us in this business, beyond the quality of the product, it's the relationships that we forge with our customers, with the people who enable us to be here. It's the people who come back and buy 2 or 3 or 4 cases, and the people who bring their friends. They trust us enough to vouch for us for their friends, and that is just amazing to us. We look around and we're like, how lucky can we be?
At JB Cases, we care about your cues by putting layers of padded protection around them and then build as much case as you want around that protection. Visit us at jbcases.com and design your case today.
We're back, folks. JB Cases, John Barton. And we don't see Jayson yet, so we're going to run Quick Slick.
He's coming across the back.
Quick Slick Shaft Maintenance System. Billiard Engineering provides 9-micron rated films of 3 different grids. They're specifically selected to progressively put that glassy smooth feel on the shaft and keep it there. We also provide a patented burnishing block to ensure the pressure of each film is evenly distributed around the entire shaft. The results are incredible. Quick Slick Shaft Maintenance System at the following locations: Bulldog, Amazon, BilliardEngineering.com.
Jayson's back.
Well, let's see if he can break without scratching this time.
Yeah, the last 2 times Jayson broke, what Mike Renshaw was talking about, just in case she's signing on right now, is he got kicked in the hole.
I took a
Ooh.
little off that break.
He made a ball.
He didn't hit it like he normally does. Took a little off.
Made the 3 ball. He's got a shot on the 1. It's cuttable into the corner. And naturally for the 2.
Yep.
Just don't get trapped up. That 5 ball's pretty big there, so you'll see Jayson.
No, it's the same size as the rest of them.
Yeah. Wow, he actually played it with a lot of inside English, and there was a severe cut, more than what I could imagine. So the cue ball came straight across. The 4 ball resides right on top of the 7 near the left side pocket. Kevin Guimon. What's up, Kev?
All right, we're going to have the finals of our second chance tournament right over here, starting at table number 15 between Jai Lee and Dave Mills. Table 15, Jai Lee versus Dave Mills. 500 to the winner, 300 to second. Good luck.
If you hear that breathing, that's Mike Renshaw. That just tells me that he's still breathing.
I'm still alive.
Still alive, yeah. And Jayson Shore coming back, and looks like he's starting to punch a gear. And I wouldn't be surprised if he starts taking that jacket off after the next rack or the one after, if he should run a package. Jayson Shore expands his lead, 6-4 by a score of 2. Jeremy Sossei.
Well, Al, he took a little off that break so the cue ball didn't get flying around. And
You think he found a sweet spot?
well, he took a little off. He made a ball and got out. Let's see what he does this time on the break.
Well, he's going to read it, that's for sure. He's going to go read the
Yeah.
rack.
I think instead of 100% power, he only hit that one about 75, 80%.
And, what impresses me more talking about the break is Shane. You'll see Shane Van Moning constantly practicing his break at times, and you say, well, what is he doing? He tunes that arm. He fine-tunes that arm to, like, whatever it might be, 17 miles an hour. Or, he's got that speed down packed. And anytime you can get that muscle memory where you can constantly hit it at an average speed of, let's say, 14 miles an hour, for example, and then you move the cue ball around from spot to spot, you're not hitting it any harder, and you're trying to find that sweet spot.
Yep.
And the 5 ball got pocketed in the bottom corner, and there's the one again, dressed.
Looks like the 3 ball might be in a way.
So your typical 9 ball break, if the one doesn't go into the side, it goes up towards the corner.
He acts like he can make it with no problem.
Well, I got monitor eyes. He can make it, believe me. Seen it more than once. Not monitor lizard eyes, just monitor eyes.
You got eyes. That's
Yeah, with glasses on them.
let's leave it at that. Oh, Jeremy could be in trouble here if Jayson starts going.
Well, Jeremy's in trouble anytime Jayson's at the table, and vice versa. Jayson's in trouble anytime Jeremy's at the table. That's your job. Keep your opponent in the seat. Anytime you're not at work, you're in trouble. I was talking to Hunter Lombardo yesterday, or was it this morning? I don't know. My days just seem to blend together. And Hunter, I said, Hunter, how you doing? He said, I just punched in. He was practicing balls. I like Hunter. And Jayson's going to cut this in that corner pocket right in front of you there. So if Jayson really could win this match, like I said, I confirmed with Mike Renshaw, Jayson does have 5 wins, and so does Shane Van Boening. So one of them will be tying the record with Johnny Archer. I think Johnny Archer has 6.
Yes.
Jayson Shore had 6 and now has 7. 7-4, Jayson Shore in this match. Johnny has how many? 6 already?
6. I'm pretty sure he's got 6.
And he has the most, really,
Yep.
everybody that ever participated. So whoever wins this will tie Johnny Archer. And then maybe in August, we'll see Johnny Archer and possibly the winner of this one
It would be nice. Have one of them go to
fight
7.
it out to see it's 7-7. Yeah. I'd like to see that. But I also would like to see Jeremy Sossei get there. He's been...
Get his number 1.
He's
yeah.
due.
Yeah.
And I have no horse in this race at all. Want to say hello to Charlie Shore and Natalie over in Scotland. We hear you. We see you. That's Jayson's dad and sister and family. Cheers. You want me to make that a little bit bigger so you can read it?
No. What time is it over there?
Oh, there's a clock here, and there's a clock there, and there's a clock over
Over
here.
there. In Scotland. See?
Watch this. Hey Siri, what time is it in Scotland?
It's 11:01 p.m. in Edinburgh, Scotland.
That's all.
Without that, you'd be a real dummy.
Carl Kantowitz. Nice to see you, Carl. Bobby Blackmore. Shane has 4 wins. Oh, 4 wins. Where'd you get the homework from? Mike Renshaw could be wrong. I think Shane has 4 wins. I'm getting text messages. I guess people are sending me the ID. Okay. Well, at this rate, looks like we're going to go right into our finals. We'll see what happens. See how much time we got on the clock. I got plenty of time. Good thing I restarted it prior to this match. Mike Zuglin announced it, John. Thanks. So Shane has 4, and Jayson has 5. So Jayson is the person that could tie Johnny Archer if Jayson defeats Jeremy Sossei and gets past Shane, which is a pretty high task right now. Shane coming with the winning shot, along with the team, Mosconi team, to bring the cup back. After all these years, he's, that monkey off his shoulder, so to say. It's going to be hard for anybody to beat Shane.
Nice shot.
Yeah, well, if he's done that, Mike,
Could be over.
yeah, could be over. Yeah.
But it's not over till the fat lady sings, Al.
Or you meet Saul. It's all over.
Yeah.
Old Zilla, Gary Empey hit me with that one time. I was like, do you know Saul? He says, do you know Saul? It's all over. As Jeremy is racking the balls here, Jayson decides to step out of the arena and get a glass of water. You know, Turning Stone supplies us with water and mints and all kind of food here. It's just, you don't want to leave. The food is really great. I heard that Turning Stone has 5,000 employees. That's quite a bit of employees
Yes.
for this area. You know,
And it's a great venue. Free. Come in and watch it. Watch
Yeah.
some great pool. And stop by and visit.
I would love it. Love it. I love when people stop by. Here we go. The wing ball again. This time he turned it down. And, oh, my man, Lightning Larry. Mike Burton sent you down here, didn't he?
Well, I found him on his desk, and I said, "Who's been eating these?" He said, "Upstate Al." I said, "Let me take him to him."
Let me show you something before you go, Lightning Larry. Oh, reach under there, Mike Renshaw, will you? And grab that thing right there in front of you. It looks like a flying saucer. Look at the size of this baby.
Man, you're sick. It's enough peanut butter to kill a person.
I'm a peanut butter fanatic. Thank you, Larry. Wow, that side pocket, boy.
Yep. Looks like I gotta go to work, Al.
Okay, Mike, thanks for sitting in.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Come back anytime you want.
You don't mean that.
I do. Take care, Mike. Thanks. Mike Renshaw, folks, sitting in there for a little while. Jayson Shore defeats Jeremy Sossei and eliminates Jeremy in third place. Jeremy's going to get there one day. He's due. Folks, finals are at 7 o'clock. I got to bring up new scoreboards and stuff, and I'm going to, let's see, we'll let it run a little while. I mean, there's really nothing going on. I appreciate all the support. You guys really, you did it in a big way. Just give me a few minutes to update the scoreboards because it's now a single race of 13. It's going to be Shane Van Boning and Jayson Shore at 7 o'clock. So I'll refresh in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, so nothing going on. You're going to see people walking in and out. They're going to grab, there's a snack bar up in the front of the arena. See some of the fans moving along. And then we'll be back at 7 with the finals. I'm not going to shut it down, but there's actually nothing to watch. So what should I do? I'm going to put up, I'll tell you what. I'll do something here. Let's see. There's really nothing to watch, to be honest. I'll just, I'll update a graphic so that the people coming in know. Okay. I'll just do this. Give me a second, guys. I got a little work to do behind the scenes. If you're wondering what they're doing on the table, there is the beads. You can see the beads there. It's usually a race to 9, and now it's a race to 13. So Diamond is on the scene right now. In fact, that gentleman to the side, I forget his name. I met him for the first time. He will be here, I believe, from now on to make sure that everything runs smooth. Every Turning Stone Classic from here on in. Paul Smith, I understand it has some other things to do. And this gentleman might be taking over the Turning Stone gig here. I forget his name. You remember his name? Well, my son don't remember it. But that's all they're doing is changing the beads. Just got an email. Give me a second, folks. Don Coates. Thank you, Don. Thanks for the great stream, Al. Don Coates. Thank you, Don. Appreciate it, buddy. Hope all is well on your end. So we're not due back here till 7 for the finals. That gives Upstate a little break.